Hello, this is Anna Laparashi, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Spi-Sci, the channel where science meets spirituality. Money is power, I often hear people say, and as if money gives you that power, or at least it might seem that it gives you that power. It might give that perception to people that it gives you power. But history and experience sees pretty much differently. Example. Lottery winners. Lottery winners who win the lottery, many of them go bankrupt after a year. They don't know how to use the money. They don't have knowledge of how to use the money. And then there are examples of companies that initially that were very successful, pouring so much money into their enterprise, and then all of a sudden having to lay off people and um, having to be less successful as it was before. There are countless examples of these kind of companies. And then the current war that's happening. It looks like the USA is losing. Hopefully not. I hope not. But let's say if it does lose, what message is that? The message is that money is not power because the United States has all the resources in the world to win this war, but will it win it? And if it doesn't, that's going to be a pretty significant message. And that's kind of good news and bad news because the good news is that it's knowledge, the source of power. And if you can know how to use knowledge, then you can be strategic and do more even with very little resources. And so you can be creative in what you're doing versus the bad news maybe is that um, you need to maybe work more. Maybe that's the thing that's coming in my mind. Or another maybe kind of bad news is that we need to adapt to a new system. There is a new language to learn, a new system that's putting into place. Considering now with AI and all these changes that are happening in the world, the keyword maybe is resilience and adaptability. So that's the first thing that's coming in my mind. And let me get back to the real source of power, which I believe is knowledge. Knowledge. How to explain this? I just want to say that this is one of the first videos that I'm completely coming unprepared. So it's just flowing of ideas that are coming in my mind. So bear with me. Knowledge. Knowledge, I believe, is the source of power. And particularly if we want to say what is the ultimate source of power, I believe is self-knowledge. As I discussed in one of my previous videos with the title The Spiritual Scientific Method and Confusion of Definitions, an Identity Crisis. Money, thus, is not the source of power, but knowledge is the source of power. If we want to bring the knowledge to another octave, that to higher octave, it would be wisdom. Wisdom is knowing what to do with the knowledge you have, how to use the knowledge you have. And that, I believe, is what we need in the world today. We need wisdom. Wisdom with what to do with what we have. Thank you for watching this video, and remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, and see you next time.